Take your belongings off my ship first. Take your belongings off my ship first. Now get out!
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van der Berg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
That's an eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
I take it you're a big fan of yellow.
Well, I have a particular weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Can you tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton?
A remarkable creature. Scion of a robust bloodline. A philanthropist, a scholar, and the patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot, or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought, like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
Well, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
Sao vậy á?茶按嘅嘢你識條春咩？
We'll meet again, Mr. Reed.
Now get out!
Hey, what a drop!
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested.
星星人
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers, mark my words.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouther-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damn city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees?
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera, you have a point, newcomer.
I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to their house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. We're standing right in front of it.
You mentioned a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that
มันก็
borders
มั
a
นไทยด้วย
fence.
เพื่อนสิ
You'll find it there.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you. As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
咁複雜
I've said everything I know. I've said everything I know.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside, on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... okay, my head began to burst. And he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me...
That sounds familiar. Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was at or starve.
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea where Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay have mercy on his soul.
Who is this Kay you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or, Kay, did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
You got Paul.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Monsieur.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. Choo choo. Ahem. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here. 5 cards short of a full house.
Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, Gebhal, Nugulina, Haftin.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. So, that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, Gebhal, Nugulina, Haftin.
拎走得唔得啊？槍
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
What's happening?
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Yeah, run! Yeah, run! Take this, ape face.
What's happening?
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Ed, I still hear those voices.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
I've said everything I know.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed. The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for. would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this. It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
My head! I still hear those voices.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots. Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong. There's something in the pocket. The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far. The door won't budge. One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate. One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate. One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate. Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something,
What? I don't have all day.
some unusual creatures, and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
喂，早啊，早晨啊
Mr. Throgmorton,
What are you doing,
I'm afraid I have bad news.
Ah,
I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse.
即係上次試唔到嗰啲人可以試多次咯。
Shot in the head and the body hidden.
喂，早啊
It cannot be true.
What are you doing,
No, I don't believe it.
西
No.
My condolences, Mr. Throgmorton. I had hoped for a happier outcome.
Your condolences will not bring him back. So much of our blood spilled for nothing.
你的惋惜
So
嘅，
much
大頭唔攞
effort in vain. My poor Albert. Tell me you
Oh.
know who did it. I want to look him in the eyes, make him beg for mercy.
I don't know exactly. I have some suspects, but I need to investigate further.
What kind of private eye are you?
A thorough one. When I find him, I'll tell you.
Fine. No one leaves the port until then. Find me that dirtbag and I'll help you with anything you need.
I've said everything I know.
I said everything I know。冇所謂啊，是但啦。一啲睇下啦，到時求你着咁喎。法醫做咩唔出聲？邀人入 party 自己唔講嘢。You fucking mean. You 玩緊咩啊？法醫有咩玩啊？咩玩？Definitely 冇所謂，冇所謂。哼！你去我度 download 翻隻 GTA 先啦。哇！可以游水喎，係啊，唔使錢㗎。仆街又唔恐怖㗎。你個要位咗啊，都係查案嗰啲 game 啦，都係嗰啲啦。
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
又係黑素路神話嗰啲又係啊，嘛，係唔使錢㗎，都俾咗啦。而家玩點使錢啫？逐次收費係咪？唔係啊，嗰個幾多琴日出嘅，定今日出啊？係咯，琴日新嘅。我買咗最貴嗰個版本啊，唔知500-600蚊，黐線嘅。唔係啊，查如果佢個遊戲中有30個小時以上咁就正㗎啦嘛，啱唔啱啊？你除翻開每個鐘頭都係俾幾廿蚊嘅喎，好撚抵屌。喂，早啊！
The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
死啊！首先要揾酒吧先。 你你叫到佢，叫到佢，細粒面喺咪度？咪啊！你照邀佢啦，佢可能隱咗形啊，條撚樣。我要實粒面，佢已經框框啦，框框啊！我唔記得咗個，唔知喎，我都度迷惘咗一陣，跟住聽到你哋講框框，我知佢有個新朵。我而家路邀緊佢啊，有冇人載啊？我而家路邀緊佢啊，載。好，睇先，酒吧喺邊咧？打埋呢度先，打埋呢度先。而家打啦！喂，
The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
匿埋先。飲強水仲勁啊 ，K Sir 即刻見效啊！個仆街唔食路，免費又唔使錢㗎，好撚抵屌㗎。Sinking City 啊，好似叫沉沒都市啊。朱古力 Jimmy City 啊，玩朱古力啊，朱古力波。
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
喂，呢度可以爬上去㗎嘛？係咯，俾你戇鳩。喂，游過去都唔撚得，唉，幾廿歲。哇！隻八爪魚走。八爪魚啊！
You like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it.
唔係啊，登機啊，查案咯，推理。咩入到10點啊？你話試玩，頭先機上話一模一樣㗎嘛？我屌，蕩失路喎！哇，好撚大隻八爪魚！驚住腳流彈啊！應該係呢度。 哇，黑錢，俾唔俾好咧？
Hey, got a spare bullet, fella?
不如我收佢皮啦，
I ain't eaten in days.
人哋幾日冇嘢食。叱咤
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
我影嗰啲相有冇得睇㗎？玩查案咯，真係玩查案。個背景係你有幻覺，你唔舒服，你要去一個城市度尋求幫助，你係一個偵探。咁一去到嘅時候，嗰個幫你嗰個人個仔唔見咗，跟住揾下揾到啲古怪嘢出嚟。係啊，就係嗰啲神話。係啊，冇錯。係啊，我走魚啊！唔係啊，最正係你可以攞正牌尾行。
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, you found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over, and he won't be back to collect what you owe.
哦，醒目，識得用呢個方法。
That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So?
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. I've seen some unsettling creatures like nothing I've ever encountered.
呢條友係咩來頭？
What are they?
So you met a wild beast.
你見到海怪啊？係咪？冇人知道究竟係乜嘢。鬼鬼怪怪怪怪怪怪怪怪怪怪。鬼怪鬼怪鬼怪鬼怪。點樣講嘅呢個警察會？因為佢講得咁撚自然。佢有個。佢有個即係火龍有個噴火袋啊嘛，後尾有個乖乖袋。你裝喺嗰個手臂嗰個發射器度，可以射個哇鬼彈住嚟，鬼。OK， 拜。就煲嘅蘇絲上去塔人。哇！嗰度有個巫婆。What are you doing？ 咦，可以占卜啊？話俾我聽你嘅未來有啲咩等住你咧？
Fortune teller?
Yes, my dear. Yes.
哇！佢講嗰啲嘢好撚精警喎，我睇得好清楚。你嘅未來隱藏住好多嘅意外啊！自撚線。
Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many.
話要我問我攞錢啦，同廟街嗰啲一模一樣。
Tell you some of them.
All right, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical.
攞啲子彈同佢算命。
Smokes and bullets, and I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
好啦。
Let's hear what my future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins.
哇！佢講啲嘢咁撚空泛。
But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars circled by the dead. A race from one to the next,
嘲弄自己一樣。
as time itself laughs.
我完全聽唔到。
It is what it is. The truth will out soon. Me, I just caught an early glimpse.
Why do I feel like I got scammed?
迷人嘅結局，黐撚線。哇，正啊呢張！哇！
What the? Get the. Oh.
又黑米。留聲機一般暗自回味。成日都獵殺啲鯨魚，哇！
Charles Reed,
魚人樣。
Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so
係啊。
I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down.
佢話嗰班魚人入侵咗佢，我第一次見到魚人。
Reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic
啱啱出咯。
I got nothing to hide.
係啊。
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea.
個嘴好正，打茄輪一流啊個嘴，同條魚打茄輪。
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
Why?
Well, I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out.
係佢做嘅。
What kind of? Why?
不過好搞笑，佢問嗰個魚人，點解你個樣有啲唔同嘅？
Wanna spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
梗係啦，你做零㗎嘛，點會吉到人嘅啫？你俾人吉慣嘅啫嘛。
We are proud of who we are.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh?
Well,
explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay.
有陣時問嘢真係要攞支槍出嚟問嘅。
Bloodlines, tradition, reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family.
放唔放過去好咧？
Without me, they'll starve.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
哇！而家要決定啊！喂，我未整理好成件事喎。喂，係佢殺嘅喎，但我討好咗個城主，好似好啲喎。哎呀，好難抉擇啊！如果我係佢，我係為自己嘅嘛，我點會為人啫 ？No。
I think you're the first person to offer me a bribe.
Please, Mr. Reed.
Now, don't try my patience further, Mr. Flynn.
爭個喎，睇下邊個 online。阿威啊，阿威咯，就阿威啊。哎呀，佢喺馬步歌 party 喎，都係唔好啦。仲有邊個 online 啊？係咯，算啦，無謂搞咁多嘢啦。
Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
羅生喺度咩？喂，你同佢講啦，我成日都辣着佢，你講啦。問下咯，唔使死。你 send message 問啦。係。唔識㗎。
The port is closed by order of Robert Throckmorton. Back off.
交唔交佢出去咧？
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
冇整理啊！唔係喎，我交佢出去，唉。 因為人應該人撈緊入去啊。嗯，喺度等咯，梗係等啦。唉，邊呢？哇！台灣人真係食得好甜，啲黐撚線。咪牛奶妹，心永去咗美國啦。
I've said everything I know.
I tracked the murderer down, but he was attacked by those things prowling the back alleys. And they tore him apart. It was that Innsmouther fisherman, Lewis. He was covered in your son's blood. That may have attracted the beasts.
Are you certain the body is his?
Beyond any doubt. All that's left of him is a heap of flesh and this scrap of cloth. It's from his jacket. Just ask his friends.
Alas, this was my revenge to exact, not some wild beasts. Something must be done about those pests. Still, justice has been served. This isn't closure, but at least I know now the story. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Okay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I needed to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster.
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throckmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
The door won't budge.
哎呀！知道好耐冇打過 Gambit 啦。
You want a drink?
I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this
Stay
darn
alert.
port closure.
Monsters
Embrace your fate.
everywhere.
哇！伏低啊！要我嚟伏低啊！偵探險隊為咗調查呢個接受遭到了殺害，我受雇去尋找佢。活要見人，死要見屍。哇
！Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers. Never again, they say. No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
先，可以換衫啊！等等啊！哇，正啊啲衫，墨魚人衫，急救包。佢話送支槍俾我嘅，冇槍。仆街。
Makes this place feel more like home. I miss Boston already.
都幾得意嘅，不過我操控感好差咯，真係。佢嗰啲，佢有陣時喐得好快，有時喐得好慢。佢跑步嗰啲動作又唔流暢。佢有怪獸嘅，佢有怪獸嘅。
The door won't budge.
打㗎，佢有槍㗎，佢槍有刀有剩，有陷阱。係啊，我覺得渣咯，操控真係渣。即可以啊，插下個箱先。上咗畫啦！我呢個我想睇喎，好睇嘛？今次嗰個 MJ 咧，開頭覺得唔係好順眼，但係越望越順眼。係啊，係啊，望下望下，咦又幾靚喎！
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you though, mister, you want to stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
Sorry, but who are you again?
You bang your head or something? I'm Victor Olmsted. I own the place. This place. The Devil's Reef Hotel.
Noise? What?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Got any proof it was me? It could have been one of my neighbors. I slept like a rock. I didn't hear a thing.
That's exactly what a newcomer would say. Your neighbors are respectable people and would never do such a thing. Don't think your yellow-clad patron means you get away with everything.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Aren't we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine, fine. Take what you wish.
你在有冇樣需要幫忙嗎？你家長一定會好樂意幫你，我已經幫你安排好啦。關於你個問題，我都唔知你去邊。哇！打電話先，呢個地圖。咦有船坐喎嗰度，坐下先。哎呀！卜卜卜卜卜卜卜卜卜卜。但係點上岸？喂，賴嘢卡住咗。我屌！哎呀，好亂啊！喂，冇卡住啊！哎，都係上返岸咯，呢架嘢好撚難揸。睇下先。食人魚類造成嘅傷害減半，提升近戰攻擊速度。哇！勁多支線做喎，真係做撚到癲。哇！地圖咁撚大，有排行。 獸感染嘅區域。哇！有怪獸！哇！仆街死啦！哇屌！好搞笑，死個姿勢。瑜伽。等等啦，我試多樣嘢先。等，我試多樣嘢先。冇啊！我要同啲怪獸隻抽啊！我諗。喂，打大力啲咯！我死啊！喂，打極都唔撚死嗰隻嘢，掹槍先係。我屌，翻撚咗喺度，唔夠佢打，黐線。好撚醒嗰啲怪，我攞槍瞄佢向左騰㗎，好撚勁啊！係啊，好撚勁啊啲怪，黐撚線。90%個 percentage， 好，試一次先，我未攞槍打中過去啊，換定支槍出嚟先。啵，隨隻抽。哇！啲怪唔同咗，仆街滑拖，打死隻。哇！周圍都係怪嘅，大鑊！屌老母，避埋我啲格鬥喎，屌戇鳩 game，唔玩，黐撚線。